Hello everyone, and welcome back to JANKUARY. You have me for another hour and a half-ish, give or take, depends on how bad this is gonna be. Again, I'm LadyEriann, and we're gonna play a couple of Jank Falcom games. These are good games, but they're still a little jank. So we're gonna play Legacy of the Wizard first. This is actually my absolute favorite NES game. No other NES game will... I mean, a lot will come close, but this is absolutely my favorite. So let's just go ahead and start. So the category I'm running is no scroll manip, no pause jump. This is basically a slower category, more beginner friendly though. And we basically end up using all the family members. So we're going to start off with the father. And he is the most powerful, but he does have the shortest jump in the game. I'm going to grab a couple keys there, and we're going to hope for some lucky scrolls. That's going to be a coin purse. So there's a few things that we do need to do here. The first is we're going to pick up Zem's block moving item. Every character, okay, 3 characters have block moving items, and we need them exclusively to progress through the game. That's a key that could have been important, but I'll worry about that later. So Legacy of the Wizard is very much a early kind of where the hell do you go kind of games. And hey Josie, how you doing? I'm gonna grab a little bit. Actually, I don't even know why I need the money. I haven't played this game in quite a while as far as like a speed run goes. So I am hoping for lucky scroll drops because I'm not running an RNG manip route, which would have made, I probably would have been like in the first dungeon already had I actually done some scroll manip, but we do grab the money there, so we're maxed out on money currently, so I shouldn't get too many more bag drops. Hidden block right there, I can just walk right through. So Zem's power level is at 3, which is over 9,000 in this game anyway. And we're going to be seeing the jank pretty quickly. Those are some potions, don't really need them. Magic potions anyway. I will grab them though because it should help with drops. Poison, we do not want that. There's a hidden bit there, and here is the Mickey Mouse glove, also known as the power glove. This is a block moving item, and it's the only block moving item in the game where it's actually free to use. The problem with it is that using it is pretty jank, and I'm gonna show that off later as far as that goes. I will say I do kind of wish I had practiced a little scroll manip, so we're just running a no scroll manip category. Why? Because it's simple. The scroll manipulation is a frame perfect trick in a lot of cases, and it's just there we go. Taquito, we'll take it. So by getting 1 scroll, you can see how much faster I'm going. Imagine getting more of these, because you can stack them up to 4 times, and you can actually get chest scrolls as well. Now the speed boost only lasts 30 seconds, but if you get another scroll, it recaps it off. Butt bread, I call those butt breads because they do look like little butts. And already the taquito rush is gone. So we're going to actually progress to what a lot of people do casually as the final dungeon, but we're going to do it as the first dungeon. And rule of thumb, you always return for taquito. Have we gone plaid yet? No, Murdoch. Unfortunately, we're not doing the scroll manip route, so the odds of going plaid are not there. So we're going to actually stay here to the end, and every time we stay in and we get to check our inventory and change out our items. So right now we're going to go ahead and grab the power glove, and I'm going to try and lure a dragon over this way because I have some money, and I actually want to go right here and push this block over because we're going to go ahead and buy a key stick. We do love the crosses here. 1 burrito, yeah. Taquitos. They are definitely taquitos. So speaking of taquitos, we're gonna get a chest taquito here. which gives us a couple extra scroll speed points, and we're gonna go ahead. I do need to get one more key, though. But we get the crossbow here, which is one of Mayna's items. No, I don't want a shot. I said I don't want a shot, thank you. Alright, so now we get to demonstrate how the Power Glove works a little bit. First, we're going to grab this chest over here. And that gives us a 20 keys. So that should be enough to get us quite a bit. It's really hard to describe how the Power Glove works here, but it is so bad. So we're going to go under and kind of hold left at the same time. And if I unselect it, then I can actually do this. Actually, you know something? I do have scroll speed. I can actually just do that. I forgot about that trick. Oops, I messed that up. Alright, so get behind. So if you have scroll speed and you try and move a block, you can kind of just mash your attack button as well, and you can clip right through it. I didn't say this was a glitchless attempt, I just said this was a no pause jump attempt. Which is why we're actually using Zem here, because if we were actually using pause jump, we would only really be using Lil and Mayna. And I think Pochi. I think Pochi's actually used now as well. Oops, I messed that up. Thankfully, Zem's area does have a bunch of reset ladders to let us advance. Also, shoutouts to Yuzo Koshiro for the killer soundtrack in this game. So yeah, this is the only block moving item that doesn't cost anything. And this is also one of the trickiest dungeons in the game as well. One of the trickiest sections. I'm gonna try and jump through and miss a... There we go. I didn't want to... There was a hidden block underneath that would have put me right into that spike pit. Alright, so this is soft lock territory here, so I gotta be really careful. And push this block there. And there we go. I can actually soft lock myself in that area because no monster spawns to come kill me, and it would actually be a reset. Yes, Zem's theme. Very, very much love this theme. Not my favorite track in the game. Alright, so there is a chest that has a life restore right there. So we're gonna push this over here. This Zem's area is full of block puzzles that we have to utilize this for. If you're using pause jump strats, then you just have Lil with the pickaxe, and everything here is just, like, you don't have to worry much about it. But with... we'll take that key, though. And you can kind of see jumping on the block itself and holding the button down is kind of the strategy here to use. And it's also the... this is the jankiest part of the game, at least in my opinion. Not a lot of speedrunners like running this category because no one likes playing as Zem. And you can also move this downward diagonally if you're really talented enough anyway. And by talented, I mean just lucky. Alright, and we do this. Down one, and boop, there we go. Now we're coming up on one of the harder sections, known as the block bridge, and this is actually really tricky. So we're gonna move this block, kinda try to, there we go, push it diagonal like that, and this is the intended strategy. This is why a lot of people who play this casually will save this part for the end. And imagine doing this with scroll speed, by the way. I did not mean for that. That's fine. At least one good thing about pushing the gloves with the glove is that you could just bowl over everything. Yes, this is Dragon Slayer 4, so this is a Dragon Slayer game. Much in the same vein as Fast Thing to Do, which I just played recently, and that's a fantastic game. I played a retranslation patch for it with some quality of life stuff, including like SRAM. There's the pickaxe, which we do need. Alright, so I will say, and if anyone else notices this, I do apologize ahead of time. My capture card, when it comes to NES games, loves to desync the sound. So if you do hear desync like this right now, the only way I can restore it is to, the only way I can actually restore it is to turn off the Elgato and turn it back on again. But remember your mantra, exactly. Alright, so we're coming up on the tower room, which is basically just a lot of blocks going up and down like this. So, it used to be that you would have to try and push these all these blocks to the right in order for them to go, but I did recently find a way where you can push them all to the left without needing to trigger a reset ladder. But you literally just, cross, we do take those here. Oh, another one. I don't think I can get to it in time, though. Yeah, it's gonna be gone. Yeah, so you literally, yeah, the glove is really hard to explain. I do apologize. I am trying, but it's one of those things you just have to be able to play for yourself to understand just how tough it is to use this item, and why a lot of speedrunners don't like playing this category. Because it is just easier to use the pickaxe. The only problem with using the pickaxe here, though, is that you do need a magic refill potion, which we did pick up. It's not going to get used, but, well, actually, it could get used. It's just going to depend. No, actually, it's not going to. Alright, so that is how we do it without the, without that. Alright, so let's get away from you. And I'm hoping for a lucky taquito. I have only had a couple so far, so, taquitos sound good. Why do I want Mexican food tonight? I'm getting my pork chop, though. That's what I'm really happy about. Running low on magic, so that's kind of a... that's kind of not good. Should be fine. I am going to take another in-stay before too long. But I'm going to do one of my favorite things in this level, hopefully without soft locking, and that is just lawnmower over everything. Hey, 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 get over here. Thank you. Taquito! Yes, we take it here. And I'm just gonna go. Alright, I'm gonna stay at that inn up there. Yeah, we do have a sound desync. That sucks, but gonna grab this elixir here. If I die and have that equipped, then what that does is revives me, and that will come in handy on the next to last boss. Gotta move this over a little bit and try and make that jump, and of course I didn't. Why didn't I? Because reasons. Alright, you want to come over here? Thank you. This is what happens when I try to be cute. Imagine me being cute. Alright, I'm actually going to try and reset my Elgato real quick. Alright, there we go. That should help the desync anyway. Of the audio. Yeah, this is why I can't speedrun NES games anymore, because my capture is just bad right now. At least, but for some reason, it's only NES and SNES. Alright, we're gonna go this way. I probably could have stayed at that one. Nope. Down here, down the stairs. We gotta fall down this pit. And this is actually a very tricky part. The crown that we need to advance and go to the boss is right there. But if I fall, I gotta do a bunch of stuff all over again, so... Alright, so there's the crown. Because they have a frame rate of... That could be. I am running it through a retro tank, actually. It can stay in sync with other... My Elgato could stay in sync with other consoles running through the tank, but not the NES. Hello. Thank you. Wow, Terran Toons really hated me there. So I'm wondering, I might need a different capture card or something like that, but this one was loaned to me by Ascended Mermaid because my HD capture card just crapped out one day. So I just never got a chance to replace it. Anyways, let's go with everyone's favorite. Oh yes, thank you. There are some flashing screens in this game, especially after I've defeated a boss and when I choose a character. So this is Pochi. We don't really have any items for him to use, but he is best boy. He is actually takes no damage to monsters. And, which we're gonna take full advantage of. Lucky scroll, let's go. Let's scroll. So we do need to make sure we have enough keys to get through, this next dungeon. Pochi will still take fall damage, unlike Nigel from Landstalker, where there was no fall damage. There's the desync again. Like a bad desync. This is definitely 1 taquito speed. Alright, so at least I know it's not just me. That it is... And again, we go back for these taquitos. And that's not just me. That... The NES and the SNES both have an issue with, hello? Frig. Nope, come back here. Come here. Thank you. Fishies! Yeah, I'm losing my scroll speed, but at least I'm getting the power knuckle out of this. See, my GVT USB also died out, and it died out a bit, and I also wasn't crazy about the quality. So, and why am I doing this? This is actually, I could lure a monster here to try and do this, but they don't like to cooperate all that much, so it's just going to be easier for me to just take this. If I was utilizing pause jumping, that wouldn't be an issue, but no, this is there's nothing modded about this. It is very comforting to know it's not just my setup, because whenever I play an NES game, that's the annoying thing. It will stay in sync for a little bit and then just go out of sync. So I'm wondering if it is because of the frame rate. At least, no. Well, okay, so this is using the composite out on the side. It's not using, although I wonder if RF would actually make this any better. No, this is not, channel 4 or channel 3. This is composite off the side of it. Alright, grab the money. Yeah, I'm not using RF. Although I'm wondering if RF would be a better solution for this one, but... Because I'm playing this on a CRT, and the only reason I have the Retro Tink is actually just because of... and actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to stay at the end. Because the one thing I do want, it's very possible to run out of magic with Pochi, so I'm actually going to go ahead and grab this. For safety, anyway. The boss here, normally you don't fight with Pochi, but it can be done. It's just, you very much can run out of magic, so I'm taking the potion with me. Huh, I may have to look into that one myself there, Murdoch. Come on. Woo! 3 health and a dream, let's go. I probably should have actually taken the elixir. Alright. There we go. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and get Lil. And grab the pickaxe and grab the power glove, or power knuckle. NES controllers work fine. Yeah, I may have to look at a different way to do it, because again, it's only the NES and SNES that do this, for some reason. So, this is the best character in the game, bar none. Lil is amazing. Really high jumper, as you can see. Her attack power is a little on the weak side, but that's why I'm getting her with a power knuckle. And about 75%, excuse me, about 60% of the game can actually be finished with Lil. If you're using pause jump, anyway. If you're using I'm gonna grab that because I am running a little bit low on keys. Yeah, if you're running pause jump, this is the character you're going to be using for a majority of the game. And also some really kick-ass music right here. So the Power Knuckle triples her attack power, which is why she's able to do a lot of clearing. I am going to pick up some extra magic, though, because you have to expend twice as much magic to use the Power Knuckle. And one good thing about attacks in this game is that your attack is dealing damage so long as the, so long as your, I am going the wrong way. I am going the wrong way. I'm thinking any percent. Oopsie doodle. I need to get the spring shoes first before I can actually go before I can do anything else, because I'm not using pause jumping. I'm getting my routes mixed up. Alright, so it is actually... Yeah, so for every frame that your magic is within the hitbox of the enemy, it's dealing damage. Triple buffering versus frame lock. That might be it. There might be what I need to do. Do I remember the route? I don't know if I remember. Actually, I think this is it. Yep, this is it. Alright. Gonna go ahead and do this. Triple buffering versus frame lock. Thanks, Murdoch. That actually might be, my play. Taquito! Let's go. So yeah, unlike Zem, we could just destroy these blocks using one piece of magic anyway. Alright, so I do need a little bit of help here. So hey, you, get over here. Thank you. I'm gonna use a monster boost there. Whether that's the intended way or not, I have no idea. But that's how we're doing it. I just damage. These guys actually hurt quite a bit, but we need these spring shoes. And I gotta also be careful not to use up too much magic here. Keys. So we got the spring shoes, and I am gonna have to get those here momentarily. Alright, there's that. So we still get a little bit to explore in here. And there's that desync again. Well, at the very least, this is actually a good knowledge to have. Just need to remember where the inn is. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Let's go ahead and stay here and get the spring shoes. Perfect. Alright, so there's still a couple things that we do need to do while we're here. Do need a little bit of money. I don't need to buy anything in the shops anymore, but having a little bit of money is going to be very beneficial to finishing the game and also for safety purposes. Boop, boop. And there we go. It was a very quick drop. We love to see it. So, there is a chest right here that I do need, because this will give us keys, which we will need a little bit. There's a fire rod over there. Don't really need it. If I was actually doing a scroll manip run, I would look into it to get for Pochi before he takes on Erebone, which is the second boss we just fought. Yeah, see, I tried to output the sound to my line in, but it was really messing things up. So, alright, let's see if I can actually... Let's see if I can get this chest scroll before... Alright, there we go. This is what I needed. So, you can kind of see now how fast I'm really going. And... yeah, and this is, I believe, at this point, I'm like either scroll speed 3. It's probably be as high as I get, because I'm not trying to kill anything else. But yeah, imagine this even worse with Scroll Speed 5. God, I haven't actually done a full speed run of this game in a long time. Alright, now with this, I can actually... There we go. That's what I want to see. Alright, I do need to hit the end, though, unfortunately. Which I'm glad I had the money for it. I should be okay with this. Oh, I was so lucky there. Yeah, so I may have to just tinker around with some of my settings. There's a couple hidden blocks here that I am probably going to... Yep, like that. So I really gotta be careful. I may, if I start failing this a lot, I may just use pause jumping just to get through it. There we go. Alright, so... Oh yeah, Scroll Speed 5 is known as ludicrous speed, and it's very fast to the point of being almost uncontrollable. Alright, so we got Arcwinger here, who is a real pain in the ass. But we're gonna go ahead and come over here, wait for him to bonk, and then just mash, and there we go. And that's Arcwinger. Most annoying boss in the game, in my opinion. But if you're using the bonk strats, he's actually really... not too bad. Alright, doing the audio undesync because I can. Alright, so we're gonna go for our 4th crown. And we're taking Maina, and we're gonna get the best song in the game, in my opinion. Grab that, and the key stick. So, Maina's section is actually one of the longest in the game. And I absolutely love Maina's character in this. Mostly because she gets the coolest items, in my opinion. And her attack power is second only to Zem's and Pochi's. She does have a little bit of a higher jump than Zem. Actually, I do need money, just to play it on the safe side. These are the Incredibles, basically. It's the Drassel family. Or technically the Warzone, I guess, depending on which translation you're gonna do, but they're the Dragon Slayer family. And the whole point of this is to get through, get the crowns to get a weapon called a Dragon Slayer. Which, again, this being a Dragon Slayer game, that's what you're gonna expect, right? So once we get the 4 crowns, we can actually get the Dragon Slayer. So we're technically right above Zem's area, but we're in a different spot of it. Also, this game would have been done by now if we used Scroll Manip. Not with me, though. I've still not even done a single sub-30 run. But I'd be wrapping it up. Da-da-da. Also, best music incoming. It will take the key. So, another thing about Maina's area is it's very key heavy. I'm gonna take this health here. Also, by the way, I have not de-rusted this run, so I am really rusty on it. And the fact that I'm still playing this well is, because, hi, Laurel. Yes, you are here at a very inconvenient time, kitty. Yes, I know. How dare I say you're inconvenient right now. Now, I will say, though, as much as I love Maina's theme in this, it sounds so much better on the MSX version. The MSX version actually has extra tracks. Every boss has their own unique boss track, and Arcwingers especially is really good. This one, that's right. And Maina's theme in the MSX version is actually longer, because there are some notes missing. I fell. That probably would have been beneficial if I had grabbed that, but... Laurel, stop scratching the furniture. Where's my exclamation point, Laurel, when I need it? Alright, I am starting to run a little bit low on magic, but we should be fine. Ah, well, we should be fine if I don't die. Holy frick, they are right after me. Alright, so there should be a potion right here to refill my magic. Oh, Laurel. Yeah, Salami Bot is not on right now, unfortunately. I don't want to... I'm going to wait for those to die out. Because that would have taken about... That would have taken 1 full bar of health out of me. I am low on health, and I'm kind of scared of that. I'm hoping for an inn rather quick, or some butt bread. So I'm probably going to play it safe. There is an inn over there, and I'm tempted to take it. But I do think there is another inn coming up. I should be fine. Oh, I absolutely adore this game. It's janky, but it's overall a good game. It's just one of those ones that you might... Taquito! Let's go! Flying taquito! There's my butt bread. Okay, I'm glad I didn't go back for the inn then. Alright, so we should be fine. Alright, so the other problem, there is one problem with taquito speed, and that is that you do, your attacks also move faster, so that means that your magic is not sitting in the hitbox of the enemy longer. I'm gonna use the key stick to save a few keys, especially up here. And this is probably where I'm gonna start running out of magic a little bit. Because it does take 1 unit of magic to use the key stick. But rather than use up a key, which, you know, you have to kill enemies for to get. Grab a little extra there's a taquito. Thank you. Alright, there's going to be an inn that's coming up that I'm going to utilize. Right here. I'm going to kill you first, though. And this is why we have the extra gold. Hopefully I don't need... but maybe a couple more gold. No, I don't need to get anything. What am I doing? Eri, what are you doing with your life? Alright, so this right here is the only reason why you can't use Lil in this area, is because you do need the wings to get past there. Grab that money. If I have 20 gold, I should be fine. I can just use the regular keys. Actually, I want to kind of... Now that I remember, I want to kind of save the regular keys. Oh, key stick, thank you. One of these days I'll remember what items I need and when. I haven't actually speedrun this game officially in years. And I honestly don't think I've speedrun it since I got myself a cartridge of the game. Is this marathon all played with games will be jank? I mean, it is JANKUARY. And I mean, I have played some really jank games yesterday, but these are janky games, but they're good games. Whereas yesterday I was playing janky and bad games. Alright, so I should have enough gold to get through the rest of the game anyway. Ideally. I can never remember where the pit is here. There it is. Where's the other one? I think it's over here. There it is. Nope, just keep it going, Eri. We're gonna need it. Oh, yesterday was a lot of fun, and thank you again, Josie, for commentating. I am in a little bit of trouble health-wise. Some butt breads would be nice. There's a bunch of inns here, and I may end up just taking one for safety. Because I don't trust myself right now. And I can just get the extra gold I need when I use ROAS. So I technically just need 2 more gold bags. Hello. Yeah, let's just do it for safety. The fact that I'm going back for that right now. So you can kind of see where some of these enemies are, but by like a little puddle at the bottom. Watch, I'm never gonna get another gold bag again. No, Queen, you're the best. Don't make me come down there and say that to your face. Alright, I believe 27 keys should be enough to finish this. So ideally what I'm gonna do, and it is slower to do it this way, but it's gonna be overall safer, so I can actually get some extra items. Because I'm doing the no pause jump route. Because I'm doing no pause jump, I need to have the wings to get out of there. Alright, we should be fine. Nah, I didn't get him. Whatever. So I'm just going to go ahead and unlock all these doors. And again, this is a safety measure, not actually what I would do in an actual run. Normally we would stay at that inn and then just come back to it. Okay, I do have enough magic to get to use the wings and get up there. I got enough health. I should be okay. That being said, we are coming up on Rock Gaia, and Rock Gaia is not fun to deal with. And I don't want to have to redo this entire thing again. So we're going to get the potion, the wings, and the knuckle. We don't need anything else. Wow, I just got tapped there. That's fine. I can take a little bit of damage because it doesn't matter how much health I do have going towards it. Rock Gaia is going to just... Rock Gaia is going to two-shot me anyway, so as long as I got over 50, which I do, I should be fine. We're gonna just hold on to this one for now. Okay. Yeah, I got 11 right now. That should be enough for me to get through the game. Alright, so thankfully Rock Gaia's attacks move really slow. That being said... And I'm dead. Crap. So, I'm gonna do that entire dungeon again. And that sucks. That really sucks. I took way too much damage is what happened. And also, this is kind of where the desync kind of messed with me a little bit. The audio desync. But if I don't get through Rock Gaia here, we're gonna go ahead and... Yeah, that sucked. It really hurts because this is the longest dungeon in the game. So... Oh, God. This is just where my rust is showing through. And I at least wanted to try and give myself 50 minutes for, East, so... But... we will try again. Thanks, Josie. Yeah, there are some things when audio desync just messes with me. Especially when I'm expecting something, that's probably what happened. Because I was listening for so much damage to hit through before I switched over. At least this will make the ladder a lot quicker. Da, 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 da. Yeah, a lot of speedruns are lost to Rock Gaia. I'm not gonna go for that life. I probably should have, but there's another one coming up, so... I just want to utilize Taquito speed as much as possible. wow. Money's right in the block. I love when that happens. So yeah, if I don't beat Rock Gaia here, I'm going to just move on to East. But at least we get to listen to more of this awesome music again. This one, thank you. Holy frick, that's really off. I'll just take it. Hang on. There we go. God damn, yeah, I need to figure this out. I'm gonna avoid that magic down there. I might regret it. God damn it. Why did I do this to myself? I think there's an inn I could utilize. Oh my god. Eri, stop being so indecisive. Ideally, I should be fine. Famous last words. I was gonna say, 2 of my favorite people in one chat? What's up with that? Actually, I probably should say my 2 favorite people, but I am gonna take as much magic as I can right now because I did avoid getting that magic refill. And I'm probably going to regret that decision. Okay, that's a shop. I'm kind of in trouble now. Oh, goodness. This is what I get for, This is what I get. I should be fine, though. And actually, I'm just gonna use regular keys, I think. I'm gonna switch. If I have less than 2, then I'm gonna get key drops when I kind of want magic drops right now. Although I'm really close to the end, so I should be fine. I can just damage boost through everything from here. Alright, well, that was fun. Alright, now I need money again. That's poison, Eri. That's not good. Poison kills you. Poison's bad, okay? Alright. Grab this. I do have the extra keys, so that's actually nice to have, but... Fire is indeed hot, exactly. Who knew? I didn't know that.